Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Edinburgh Festival of Sound. You're tuned in to Whisky Synths, the YouTube channel that blends whiskey drinking and music making, alright? So, we've got loads of videos from the festival coming up. What I'm hoping you'll do is tune into them, and if you like them, hit that subscribe, hit that bell button, ding, and we've got loads of videos from the Edinburgh Festival of Sound coming your way. Here we go, let's jump straight into it. Cheers!
Well, so welcome to the stage, Keith. I've got a whiskey for you here. We have got the number 3. There you go, my man.
Thank you.
So, if anyone's got a number 3, crack into it now. If you've not got a number 3, there might be some up there. We got a little bit left. We can maybe share it later if you want as well. So, everyone's running up. Get the last whiskey.
Is this the number 5?
Yeah, the number 5's gone, isn't it? Yeah, number 5's gone. So, and the crowd weren't that much of a fan of the mixing of the single malts, but Sean is a unique character, so he forges his own path.
Yeah.
So, Keith, welcome to the stage. We got Keith Jones. Thanks for giving us such a good welcome. How's your day been at the festival today?
Good. We came a wee bit earlier, and we were actually in here earlier for the show that was happening. It was an immersive show. So where you're sitting, it was surrounded by about 5 or 6 speakers, and we had somebody who was playing like a microcorg and a blowfield, and there was somebody playing, I think it was saxophone, and it was great. It was really atmospheric and moody. Felt a bit like a seance, but it was good. Yeah.
Felt like a seance.
Yeah. All good.
That's the tagline for the next festival, Edinburgh Festival of Sound 2021. Felt like a seance last year.
Yeah.
So, anyway, awesome stuff. Welcome to the stage show. Guys, number 3 whiskey. What we've got today, we've got the Speyburn, 10 years old, from the Speyside area, of course. This one, got some tasting notes for this one as well. I'll let you make up your own minds. But this one here, I thought matched Keith in some ways. Keith's a fun, interesting guy, positive, happy. Yeah, a really interesting guy, experimental with his music. So it's got a fruity nose with hints of orange, mandarin, and cooking apple. So a bit zesty.
Cooking apple.
Well, cooking apple, not really, but either. Cooking apple. A touch of oak. Sure. Refined gentleman.
Okay, I can go with that.
Peppermint and spice, though.
Sounds really
So
good.
yeah. And a light, gentle palate with a soft malt and a licorice dried herb finish. So, a bit of a complicated one, this one, but smooth, interesting, a little bit experimental. What do you make of it yourself, man?
Good whiskey, so I'm fine with that.
I knew you liked them, so yeah. Done my research. You think this is just thrown together at random? No.
Maybe.
So, definitely not. Yeah, great stuff. Well, I'm glad you like it. Glad you like the Speyside. Hope you guys are enjoying out there. Like I said, stick around because we have some left. We can maybe share out at the end as well. But Keith, I've got some questions for you as well.
Okay.
I want you to tell me a little bit about your background. Right now, Keith's most famous for teaching music production using loads of mental gadgets. But a little bit about your background. I heard you used to play a little bit of synths with the one and only Belle Sebastian.
Yeah, so many years ago I was unemployed, and I went through the VU Job Centre, and it was like the YTS back then. It was in a studio called Beatbox, and I learned how to use kind of sequencing software with just using Cubase.
Aye.
And I rolled MT32, and I think it was a Yamaha T.
Wait, through the Job Centre?
No, but this is like a recording studio.
Alright, sorry.
They used to be under the Sky Park in Finiston.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, it was great, and I learned to do that. And at the same time, in the building, Stuart Murdoch with Belle Sebastian was there, and Stuart David, the bass player, was there. And what happened was, I was always looking for a second-hand keyboard, looking through anybody ever remember the Yellow Mart? Through the Yellow Mart, yeah. So I looked through the Yellow Mart and I saw a keyboard, 80 quid.
No bad.
Cork Poly 61, 80 pounds.
3 quid.
They're about 400, 500 pound now, and that's not the MIDI one. So I wanted to get it. I went with my cousin, got it, brilliant. Turned up at the studio with it, and Stuart Murdoch goes, I brought the money to go with you to get it. And I was like, you don't need to, I've got it with me. He goes, come in the studio. We're in the studio, and he was recording a track called Sleep the Clock Around. Now this is before they were signed. So basically, he put the track on, I'm playing along with it. He goes, I like it, play it.
Nice, yeah.
So I'm playing along, and it's quite funny. He's in the studio standing on top of a chair while he's recording. Don't ask why, but that's what he does.
What, playing guitar on top of a chair?
Singing.
Alright,
Yeah, he just does that, right, which is all
Cool.
cool. And he went to me, "You're not taking this serious." And I was really sarky.
And you're like, you're the one on a chair, mate.
And I'm like, I'm really sarky, and I went, "Of course I'm not." But I really was. I was loving it first time in the studio.
Aye.
So we recorded it. Cut a long story short, somebody sent in the demo to Electric Honey Records. I didn't realise that Alan Rankin from the Associates was actually in Beatbox.
Right.
And he was a tutor at Stowe College, and they got him signed up. So signed up, and I was meant to be recording on the album, which was Tiger Milk.
Aye.
But I finished Beatbox and went straight into Princess Trust Volunteers. The very last night of Princess Trust Volunteers
Aye.
was the launch night of the album, and I couldn't make it.
Oh,
Gutted.
your name's in the credits though,
Yeah,
isn't it?
so I remember him saying to me, I said to him, "Please make my name on the label of the record." I got one sent through the post, and I've got a lovely letter saying, he asked, "Where's Keith tonight?" And somebody shouted, "Is that karate?" Back then I'd done karate. And which was brilliant.
That's
And
how he's so
yeah, which was
athletic. I
great.
bet you still do.
Yeah, I wish I did. It was brilliant, yeah. And also as well, he said the track I played on, what happened was it was getting played in clubs. But
Aye.
the bit that I played in electronic, I played on Sleep the Clock Around, they cut that bit out and put it on the track called Electronic Renaissance.
Ah, cool.
So the bit at the beginning is the chord poly 61, and throughout it's the chord poly 61, and it's a Roland, is it M700? Beautiful keyboard, monophonic, lovely, yeah.
So a great story about just kind of rolling with it and going with it. Like, did you feel a bit nervous at any point during that? Were you a bit like,
I felt
or
really,
are they nice?
being honest, I felt really, really nervous.
You just had to go for it, yeah.
I went for it, it was great. I got a recording of him saying to me, "You're not taking this serious," which was funny. And then at that time, he was building the band. So basically, one of the tutors was saying, "You should go in the band, you should be in the band," but it never happened. Fast forward 20 years later, I bumped into him.
Aye.
And it was really funny. I was teaching via Sound Lab.
Yeah, Sound
Hence
Lab's
the
great.
bag underneath there, kind of promoting it.
Yeah, just in case you're not aware of Sound Lab, it's like a charity in Glasgow that teaches music production to kids, people in care.
And we play, and
experience.
we've worked
done
together.
it. Yeah,
It's
all
great.
over Glasgow
Yeah.
and the rest of the country. So check them out; they're amazing.
Yeah, they're
So
brilliant.
anyway, back
Really
to
good.
the story.
So basically bumped into David, and David goes to me, Stuart goes to me, "Stuart David is playing in town.
Aye.
You should check it out." And he's wrote a book, and you're in it.
Aye, in the
And I'm
book.
like, "What?" So my wife bought the book, and I'm reading it, and it's really weird. I'm 45, and I'm reading this book about me in my early 20s, how people see me, classing me as I didn't look like a normal musician. He was lying, saying my trousers were pressed, and I looked like a doctor with my glasses, and I'm like, "What?" But it was really, really good. Yeah.
Synth scientist, all
yeah.
nice and
So
smart.
it was kind of good meeting them all up. Yeah.
Great stuff. So Keith, you can tell he loves his gadgets from an early age, man. He's brought loads of them with us. So I thought the theme of this chat could be a little bit about gadgets and stuff, because that's always one fun thing about music production. They don't always have to be expensive. They don't always have to be
exactly.
fancy. We're going to talk about loads of random gadgets.
You can get a lot of gadgets really, really cheap.
So
yeah.
what is it you look for when you're looking for a cool gadget on the internet as you go second hand? Like, what are you looking for?
Right, so if I'm looking for something that I've not got that's different, that's portable. A lot of the work we do.
Portable.
Yeah? So the stuff I've got today is a mixture of modern gadgets and old. I've got my copy of the famous TB303 Rowan brought out, the IRA range. They get slagged a lot, but I'm not loaded, so I go with the TB3, and it's great for what it does. I've got a lot of people now are using retro gear, like really old games and stuff. I've brought my
Lift up.
Speak and Spell. Go and lift it up. I've got my Speak and Spell that taught me to spell in the 80s, so I'm using that. Yeah, I've got Speak and Math that couldn't be bothered carrying it. Yeah. Normally you can get it circuit bent, but I would cry if it get killed. Yeah. I've got my Nintendo DS. So my Nintendo DS is a wee bit more modern. Some of the games I've done my homework looking online. There's plenty of places to look online to get ideas, like YouTube and stuff. I've got a game in it called Electroplankton. It's a bit of a collector's piece now, and all the Japanese games are just phenomenal. When I'm doing my live set, I'll be basically playing a game on that. That's what I'm doing. And actually, if anybody wants to go while I'm doing it, they can come up on stage and have a go as well. Done. So basically what I'll be using as well, I'll be using my iPad mini which is great. I'm all about kind of embracing new technology as well and mixing it. And I've got a free gadget. Well, I've got the paid one, which is called Cord Gadget. You can get Cord Gadget LE. If you're going to buy it, wait to the kind of discounts like Christmas time or Easter. Get it half price, and a very cheap kind of keyboard to control it. Yeah.
Well, what do you think, man? I think if Craig's cool with doing the sound, I think rather than just chatting about these gadgets, well, we just fire into them. Well, I did have one last question before we fire into them.
Cool.
One last one.
Go for
I'm going to
it.
make you wait. But like when you're buying second-hand equipment, what's your experiences in supporting Kickstarter projects? Because I know
Okay.
you're a fan of that, and that is
Yeah,
quite an
I'm
interesting
gonna-
movement. Yeah.
Dave, please send me the question. Sorry to kind of break a bubble here, people, but he did. So what I
A little
done
bit.
is I looked up my list of things
Yeah,
that
see,
I
I'm
bought.
not. I thought you were just thinking he's random, he's not prepared, but I got questions sent out to these
No,
guys.
Dave is cool. I met Dave at was it the biscuit factory?
Aye.
Remember? Yeah.
Anyway.
yeah. Anyway, let's get back to this.
Kickstarter gear.
So Kickstarter, I have bought quite a few things. My latest one I'm waiting on is the Oddball. Now, some people might have seen it in kind of YouTube videos. And just before I came on stage here to speak to you guys, I've noticed that Kink. Anybody heard of Kink the DJ? Kink.
Kink, the producer.
Check him out. He's absolutely fantastic.
One of the best live.
He's very good. He's very, very
electronic artists
different.
there is, yeah.
He uses a controller keyboard. He uses his, he's something for triggering stuff. He's got his weird gadgets.
So what's this ball thing then?
The ball thing is basically triggering samples, and you bounce it and you record it. And a lot of things that I do when I'm teaching music, and Dave will know this, we've worked together with Sound Lab and stuff. We're going in and we're working with children that have special kind of communication support needs.
Aye.
So we want to break that bubble of saying, like there's a piano, we can teach you piano, but that may be really difficult. We want to make things instant and make it really, really quick. So we use that, and it gathers that interest.
So you'd be a big fan of Kickstarter for finding
Yeah,
these random things, yeah.
Thing is with Kickstarter, with that, what I would say, if you were looking to buy things on Kickstarter, yes, you get a huge discount buying it before, but what happens is a lot of times it's not hitting the date they say they're going to give you. So I wouldn't really kind of guarantee on that.
Aye.
For example, with the Oddball thing I'm waiting on, it's delayed because of the coronavirus.
No.
Yep, exactly. That's the way it is. So, yeah, that's the way it is. However, I've got other things that I've bought, and they're amazing. I have bought the Muji's Play. Don't know if anyone's heard of Muji's Play. It's like a kind of stethoscope without the kind of stringy bits and all that.
Mhm.
You put it on the table, and you basically trigger sounds by different kind of
but the vibrations through it.
yeah, so you can scratch, you can hit softer or louder, and basically, yeah, it's amazing. It's a sampler as well. So, yeah, that's something to check as
Looking
well.
forward to seeing that. That'll be good.
Yeah, I'm not got that with me, but that is something you check it out.
Yeah. So, well, like I said, we've got a bit of time now for the performances. Give Keith a round of applause for that chat. Interesting, enlightening. Thanks very much.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just jam with the actual gear I've got. So just to reiterate again what I've got my iPad, my TB3, my Nintendo, and my Speak and Spell with a delay pedal, okay?
Lyric until you find yourself flipping. I can only wake up to the lyrics as you're giving it up, and I start over this hidden. Hit it till you manufacture self to self. You only find yourself and then you get intense. And with I could only kick back. You flip this intact, get in track. Came back and then I flipped too many vibration. Flow hit too many vibration. So seeds rock in the inside of this. I need to breathe and I see it. You part the seas openly.
So everyone, hope you enjoyed that little video. That's just one of the videos we've got from the Edinburgh Festival of Sound. So we've got the whole Whisky and Synths live show series videos. We've got other artist videos. And hope you enjoy them, guys. Remember to hit subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you can tune in with all of them. And we've got loads more videos coming up, studio tours, artist interviews, and lots more. So hope you enjoyed this little snapshot of Edinburgh's Festival of Sound, and there's a lot more where that came from.